If World War III started tomorrow, would you survive the first 72 hours? The uncomfortable truth is, most people wouldn't. Not because they aren't strong enough, but because they wouldn't know what to do when the world changes in an instant. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what steps you should take, step by step, to protect yourself and your loved ones if the unthinkable happened. From the first minute of chaos to the critical third day, you're going to learn the exact actions that could make the difference between making it through or not. When disaster strikes on a massive scale, everything becomes chaotic fast. Roads jam up, supermarkets are stripped in hours, the phone network slows to a crawl. In that first wave of panic, most people make the wrong move. They either freeze completely or rush into action without a plan. Both can be deadly. That's why your first decision is the most important one you'll make. Will you stay where you are or move to somewhere safer? Sheltering in place, staying where you are, is often safer in the first hours of a crisis. You're not exposing yourself to dangerous crowds, potential violence, or unpredictable hazards outside. You have the advantage of familiarity. You know your exits, your water sources, your storage, and your defensible spaces. But there are times when staying put will get you killed. If you're near a likely military target, a government building, major infrastructure, or in an area that could become a battlefield, you are in immediate danger. If your building is damaged, if there's fire, chemical spills, or incoming bombardment, you need to leave. And if the authorities are telling you to evacuate, you follow that advice fast. The key is speed combined with clarity. Don't take hours debating your choice. Look at your surroundings, check the most credible information you can get in the moment, and make the call. Stay and fortify, or go and relocate. Once you've decided, commit to it. A bad plan executed quickly is often safer than a perfect plan made too late. If you decide to stay, your mission becomes making your current location as secure, hidden, and sustainable as possible. If you decide to move, you do it once, early, and with purpose. Because once the chaos outside grows, your window for safe movement will close. If you're staying put, your priority is protection. Choose the lowest, most interior room you have, ideally a basement or a small room without windows. The goal is to put as much dense material as possible between you and the outside world. Close and lock all windows and doors. Block out light so your position is less visible at night. If advised by authorities, shut down heating or cooling systems that bring in outside air. Before water pressure drops, fill sinks, bathtubs, and every clean container you have with water. Gather your supplies, water, food, first aid kit, flashlight, and radio into your chosen safe room. Control your noise and light levels. If the power is out, use low, covered light sources to avoid drawing attention. If you must leave, speed matters more than comfort. Pick 2 different routes to your destination in case one is blocked. Avoid major choke points where traffic or crowds will trap you. Travel light, water, calorie-dense food, a compact first aid kit, ID, cash and small bills, a radio, and a power bank for your phone. Heavy bags will slow you down, and slow means risk. Whenever possible, move during daylight to reduce accidents and improve visibility, but balance this with urgency. Waiting too long can make leaving impossible. If you only have minutes to grab supplies, focus on the big 5. Water, aim for at least 4 liters per person per day if possible. Food, shelf-stable, no-cook meals like energy bars, nuts, and canned goods. Medical, tourniquet, bandages, critical medications, antiseptic wipes. Light and power, flashlight with spare batteries, and a charged power bank. Information and documents, radio, identification, and copies of important documents in a waterproof bag. Once you have these, add extras like warm clothing, hygiene supplies, or a multi-tool if space allows. During a major disaster, phone lines will be jammed. Text messages are more reliable than calls. Choose one out-of-area contact that everyone in your group will send updates to. Keep it short: who you are, your status, your location, your next step, and the time you sent it. Write down your plan on paper so it exists even if devices fail. Make sure everyone knows a primary and secondary meeting point. If there's even a small chance of nuclear strikes, you need to change your priorities instantly. With conventional warfare, you can sometimes risk moving around. With nuclear weapons, survival depends on minimizing your exposure to the blast, heat, and, most dangerously, fallout. There are 3 words that should guide every choice you make: time, distance, shielding. Time means minimizing how long you're exposed to radioactive fallout. Fallout is made up of tiny particles that can spread for hundreds of kilometers carried by wind. It's most dangerous in the first few hours after a detonation when radiation levels are at their peak. If you can stay inside for at least 24 to 48 hours, the radiation will have dropped to a fraction of its original strength. Every extra hour you wait before going outside dramatically lowers your risk. Distance is how far you are from the source. If you live near a likely target and you have warning before an attack, distance might save you. Putting even a few extra kilometers between you and the blast zone can mean the difference between life and death. But once fallout starts falling, distance from the particles themselves becomes the focus. Avoid low-lying areas where fallout dust can settle, and avoid traveling unless you absolutely must. Shielding is your physical protection from radiation. Think dense materials, concrete, brick, earth, and even stacks of books or water containers absorb block radiation. The more layers between you and the outside, the better. If you have a basement, that's your best option. If not, move to an interior room with no windows and start adding mass around you. Furniture, filled water containers, sandbags if you have them. If you were caught outside after a blast, take decontamination seriously. Remove your outer layer of clothing carefully without shaking it and seal it in a bag far from your living area. Wash all exposed skin and hair with soap and warm water. Never use conditioner, as it can bind radioactive particles to your hair. And remember, potassium iodide tablets are not magic. They only protect your thyroid from radioactive iodine, and only if taken at the right time, just before or right after exposure. Taking them at the wrong time or in the wrong amount can do more harm than good. Use them only if advised by health authorities. Finally, be patient. In a nuclear scenario, impatience kills. The air outside may look calm, but water is life. If tap water still works, store as much as possible now. If you must collect water, purify it before drinking. Boil it if you can, or use a filter and purification tablets. Avoid any water that smells of chemicals or fuel. For food, choose high-calorie, low-prep items to conserve energy and resources. On the medical side, focus on life-threatening issues first. Control bleeding with direct pressure. Use a tourniquet if necessary. Make sure your group knows CPR and basic first aid. Break survival into stages. First hour, decide stay or go. Secure supplies, send your status message. First 12 hours, secure your shelter or travel to your safe location. Rest where possible and conserve resources. First 24 hours, reassess your situation, monitor official updates, and prepare for possible relocation. By 72 hours, connect with others for information, share resources if safe, and plan for the days ahead. Survival is about staying calm, making decisions with the best information you have, and acting quickly but deliberately. Each small action, filling water, blocking light, checking supplies, adds to your safety. Preparedness doesn't require paranoia. A 72-hour kit, a communication plan, basic first aid knowledge, and stored water and food can put you far ahead of the majority of people. If the world changed tomorrow, these steps could be the reason you make it through. Build your plan now, protect the people you love, and if you want more step-by-step survival guides for every kind of disaster, subscribe to Last Chance Survival. Subscribe to survive. Your last chance might be closer than you think.